Welcome to another video by WA Courses. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you some great keyboard shortcuts which you can use in Microsoft Word. Now, let's start with some very common keyboard shortcuts that can be used in almost every program. And those are the copy, cut, and paste shortcuts. In order to copy a piece of text, a word, a sentence, or even a paragraph, you would select the text, for example, this word. Then, from the clipboard group, you could select copy. Or another way is to right-click on the word while selected and choose copy. The easy way is using the keyboard shortcut, Ctrl plus C. So let's try that. Ctrl plus C. Now I would like to paste it right here. Again, I could, from the Home tab, clipboard group, select paste, or I could right-click and select one of the paste options, or you can press Ctrl plus V. Ctrl V. Paste it. Another keyboard shortcut very commonly used is cut. So let's select this word. Again, we can from the Home tab cut, or by right-clicking, or simply by pressing Ctrl plus X. There we go. Let's look a bit beyond those keyboard shortcuts. One of my favorites is the quick save. So when you make any major changes to your document which has already been saved, you can quick save by clicking Ctrl plus S and saved. That is a quick save. A similar shortcut which is very useful is also the quick print, which is Ctrl plus P. And it opens up our printing options. A button that we use very often in Microsoft Word is the undo button and the redo button. So an undo could be done with the shortcut Ctrl plus Z. Ctrl plus Z, it will undo my last action. So let's type in something here. Hello. Now Ctrl plus Z will undo this. There we are. If we want to redo an action, we can press Ctrl plus Y. Redo. There we are. Ctrl Z, undo again. Now you can see how great shortcuts are to use. They are great time savers. So if you don't want to get your hands off the keyboard and start searching for your tools in the tabs and ribbons, they are great time savers. Now, by clicking on the F7 button, you would open the spelling and grammar check, the editor right here on the right side. Ctrl plus F would open up the navigation pane over here, and you could use this to find a specific word or phrase in your document. So for example, word. It found all the words. Let's close that down. Now, in order to open a new document, I could either press Ctrl plus O to open up this dialog box, and I can choose what to open, or by clicking on Ctrl plus N, I would open up a new blank document. See, it opened up a new blank document. Now, right here on our new blank document, if I hit Ctrl plus W, it would close the document, as it would do here. Ctrl plus W would close the document. How can I open the document again? Ctrl plus O, open. I will load to open my last document. There we are. Now, there are also some great shortcuts which I use to format our text. For example, let's say we wanted to align our text a different way. Right now, it is aligned to the left. I can align it to the right by hitting Ctrl plus R. Ctrl plus R. Okay, but I had not selected my paragraph, so let's go ahead and select the paragraph. Ctrl plus R. It is aligned to the right. Ctrl plus L will align it to the left. Ctrl plus E would align it in the center. Ctrl plus J would justify it. Now, I can also indent my paragraphs with shortcuts. Ctrl plus M indents my paragraph from the left side. Let's undo that. Ctrl Z to undo. Ctrl plus D indents hanging paragraph. So not the first line, the hanging. Again, let's undo that by clicking Ctrl Z. Now let's see what other formatting we can do using shortcuts. Imagine I wanted to format this part of the text. I want to underline it. I could find the button in here in the font group, underline, and click on it, or I could simply hit Ctrl plus U and it is underlined. Now I also want to make my font bold. I can hit Ctrl plus B. It is bold. And for italics, Ctrl plus I. Okay, Ctrl Z to undo. Now, if I were to type in my text now and I wanted to select my formatting beforehand, for example, I know that what I'm going to type in now will be bold-faced. I can hit Ctrl plus B, type in what I want, hello, and then Ctrl plus B to switch bold off. I can do the same for italics and for underline. Another great shortcut is the F4 button, which repeats what you've most recently done. Let's click it and see. F4. That was my last action. Hello. It redid the action. It repeated my last action. Now, remember in the previous video, we talked about page breaks. So imagine I wanted to continue my document on the next page. We said that it isn't a good idea to start hitting enter to get to the next page. Rather, it would be a good idea to insert a page break. We have a shortcut for this, and it is Ctrl plus Enter. There we have our new page. Another great shortcut is Shift plus F5, which will take your cursor back to wherever it was last. So Shift plus F5. My cursor was last here, and it took us back here. We all know that in order to select a word, we would double click. in order to select a small paragraph, we would triple click. So imagine I wanted to select from here until here. What would be an easy way to do that? I can either place the cursor and start dragging until I get to the end, or I could double click here and then by using Shift plus right arrow, start selecting the rest of it. The same thing can be done going the other way. So Shift plus left arrow would start going the other way. You see how you can select a text using shortcuts. One last amazing shortcut I'd like to tell you about has to do with copying a format. For example, let's make some changes to this part of the text. Let's make it bold. Let's change the font. Let's change the size. Okay, so imagine that I wanted to copy this formatting to the next part of my document. I could easily do this by selecting one word from paragraph, for example this. Now I would click Ctrl plus Shift plus C. This copies the formatting of the text, not the text itself. Now let's select the next paragraph and click Ctrl plus Shift plus V, which pastes the formatting, not the text itself. So keyboard shortcuts are always great to learn and to start using so you can get used to them because they save you a lot of time. So instead of taking your hand off the keyboard each time and searching for each button, you could simply use the keyboard shortcuts. That was the end of this tutorial. Thank you for watching.